welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the live, wherever you are. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Welcome to the live, wherever you are on this planet. Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in and welcome to the live, wherever you are on the planet. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the live. Today we're talking about how you, as the empath, are ending 14 generations of narcissistic trauma in your bloodline. That's what we're talking about today. If you're an empath who's awakening, you're awakening because guess what? You are the first person in your bloodline to end narcissistic abuse. If you're waking up today, it is very likely you are one in a long generation, 14 generations, to break out of narcissistic abuse. This is what we're talking about today. So come on in. Welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in. This is what we're talking about today. We're in this ecstatic grounding. You see, so let me begin. So what if the person that's you, that your family called difficult, too sensitive, too intense, too independent, too spiritual, was not the malfunction in the family? Repping James Baldwin today. What if you were the diagnostic instrument? What if you were the nervous system inside the family system that could no longer pretend that dysfunction was normal? You are the one I'm talking to. I am talking to you, family. You see, because I want to make this point. What if what you call escaping narcissistic abuse is actually larger than simply escaping narcissistic abuse? Because what you are actually escaping is an ancestral operating system. Because listen carefully, your life is not created simply by what happens to you. Your life is profoundly influenced by what your nervous system has been conditioned to interpret as normal, meaning that love can be conditioned, fear can be conditioned, chaos can be conditioned, hypervigilance can become familiar, self-sacrifice can become familiar, and eventually the familiar starts masquerading as faith. This is where we're beginning today. We're talking about ending the negative inheritance. Because let me tell you, you, empath, inherited more than DNA. You received a genome. You also received a family. You received a language. You received attachment patterns. You received stories about power, Yulia. Stories about masculinity. Stories about money. Stories about race. Stories about God. Stories about when someone says no. Stories about who must remain small so someone else can feel large. And biology is now forcing us to take something ancient seriously, which is your experience is biologically embedded. Epigenetic studies show that your genes are expressed without changing the underlying DNA sequence. I'm getting a little scientific here. You see? So I don't want to exaggerate the science to show you how extraordinary the science already is. But it showed that your children inherit your trauma. The boundary between history and biology is more permeable than previous generations imagined. History can enter the nervous system, and the nervous system can influence your parenting or how you are parenting. Because parenting influences nervous systems and culture influences nervous systems. Behavior influences nervous systems. Environment influences gene expressions. So let me tell you what we mean by you are the first person in 14 generations in your bloodline to actually get to the end of the journey. You see, you may have already heard people say things like trauma is scientifically proven to pass between 7 to 14 generations or 14 generations. But this has not been fully demonstrated in human beings, but something more fascinating has been demonstrated. You see, there's this analysis done by researchers into gene expressions. And what they found is the altered gene expression, I'm giving you the evidence, lasted for up to 14 generations. And 14 generations, to give you the math, if we take an average life expectancy of 30 years, 7 generations is 250 years. That's how old the United States is. The United States is only 14 generations old, right? 7 generations. 14 generations is 420 years. Let me give you the math again. 7 generations using an average life expectancy of 25 to 30 years is 250 years. That's the United States. 14 generations is 420 years. 14 generations. So trauma, and some of the trauma you're living today has been passed on from parent to child in your bloodline for 400 years. Meaning that science is saying that biological systems are capable of retaining environmental information across generations. Human research on this topic shows strong intergenerational effects in you, things that affect pregnancy, attachment, family behavior, Sophia, culture, economics, social learning, and so on, which means your inheritance may be more complicated than a trauma gene, Yulia. You may have inherited a trauma ecology, and that's even deeper. And let me give you something even more deeper. Most family systems do not always want to heal. Every family develops an equilibrium. And that equilibrium can be healthy or profoundly unhealthy. But systems tend to preserve familiar patterns because familiarity creates predictability. Who am I talking to? In a framework called the Bowen Family Systems Theory, it introduced a concept called the differentiation of self, which is the capacity to remain psychologically connected to others without surrendering one's own thinking. Now, a large scope review covering hundreds of studies found meaningful associations between differentiation and psychological health, meaning that when you decide to be more yourself than to conform, you are happier. Think about what that means in an abusive family, Joss. Think about what it means in an abusive family, Isabel, Brittany. The moment somebody differentiates, the system changes. The moment you say no, the system changes. The moment you say, I don't believe that anymore, Dawn Marie, the system changes. The moment you say, you cannot speak to me that way, the system changes. The moment you say, I don't accept guilt simply because you're angry with me, the system changes. The moment you say, I love you, but I will no longer abandon myself to remain connected to you, the entire architecture begins to tremble. Who am I talking to? And this explains something that many black sheep and scapegoats never really understand. That sometimes you become more threatening to a dysfunctional system as you become healthier, Sarah Jane. Because the family system, the relationship system, was partly organized around your compliance, Sarah Nee 422. Because the family system was partly organized around your acquiescence, your silence, your guilt, your overfunctioning, your rescuing, your emotional labor, your willingness to absorb projections. That's my favorite part. Your willingness to absorb what projections? Get away with that projection. So when the scapegoat finally wakes up, when you wake up, everybody doesn't necessarily celebrate. Wonder why? Because from an unhealthy system, differentiation initially looks like betrayal. It's almost like the narcissists are saying, why don't you let me abuse you? Can't you see my life depends on abusing you? Why don't you let me gaslight you? Can't you realize that I cannot survive without getting narcissistic supply from gaslighting you? Come on, Lito. You know what I'm saying? Guess who's here with me? My boss. She's just chilling. So the scapegoat is a circuit breaker. This is where I want to completely transform the meaning of the black sheep. Imagine an electrical system, Bridget. In an electrical system in your house, in your apartment, something is overloaded and current keeps flowing through the circuit. But eventually, something has to interrupt that current, Evan. And the circuit breaker looks like the thing that stopped everything. But the circuit breaker, the scapegoat, may have prevented the house from burning down. That is the black sheep archetype, Jose Top. That's the black sheep archetype. Come on. Who am I talking to? This is Stone Boy, Jose Top. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Where are you? I want to know I'm talking to you before I go on. This is Stone Boy, Jose Top. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to, family? You are the circuit breaker, the first in a long line to finish the journey in 420 years. 420 years. You see, the black sheep archetype is the one in many dysfunctional systems, the one who finally refuses the inherited family arrangement that becomes the problem. Because the black sheep makes the invisible structures visible. Because through your action, you're saying to the family system, this ends here. And when you say that, you are confronting something much older than the person standing in front of you. You're standing in front of over 420 years of conditioning. Bring it scream as loud as you need to. Bring it a lot, beauty. This is what the truth does. The truth makes you want to scream. Scream in the realization. And that's what happens when you're trotting on Jar Road. This is what happens when you trot on Jar Road. Now let me give you what the Buddhist framework says. The Buddha gives us one of the most sophisticated frameworks for understanding what I've just shared to you. You see, because in Buddhism, there's something known as a conditioned formation. These are mental formations that happen volitionally. These are habitual patterns, programs, constructed tendencies. And the entire Buddhist framework is fundamentally concerned with understanding how suffering arises through these causes and conditions. Not because someone cursed you. Of course, they speak spells. But the spells create the conditions, and those conditions ensure that certain experiences arise. And when those conditions and people are no longer present, the consequence ends. This is what is known as dependent origination. I've been talking about it for the last few weeks, Sarah Jane. So karma is therefore not adequately understood as cosmic punishment. Karma concerns intentional action and its consequences. Intentional action. Do you understand? This is what happens. And awareness is how you interrupt karma. Because between inherited stimulus and automatic reaction, consciousness begins appearing. So it is possible in your bloodline, your mother screamed. That's because her mother screamed. So her mother survived by appeasing. Her father survived through domination. His father survived the war. Someone in your bloodline survived the famine. Someone survived the Great Migration. Someone in your bloodline survived humiliation. Someone in your bloodline survived the World War. Someone in your bloodline survived racial terror. Someone in your bloodline survived poverty. And every generation creates adaptations appropriate to its own environment. But adaptations can outlive the environment in which it was created. That's why yesterday's survival strategy becomes today's suffering. Am I talking to you? So the awakened person finally starts to ask, oh, Paolo Cicotti, Paolo, thank you so much. Grazie mille, Paolo. Grazie mille. Thank you for your donation, Paolo. May you always be abundant. May I be abundant. You see? But let me keep going. Thank you, Paolo. Grazie mille. Now, let me go into some of the spiritual evidence around what I'm telling you. The Christian Bible, Paolo, says the following in Ezekiel. The child, Wingsley, will not share the guilt of the parent. Brittany, that's Ezekiel. The child will not share the guilt of the parent. These are not necessarily contradictions when we look at culpability. Because a child like Shiloh, come. This is a child. This is Shiloh, right? Come. I know you're playing a game, right? But the child, right, can inherit consequences without inherent guilt. Meaning that if my grandfather loses the family fortune, I can inherit the economic consequence, but I do not inherit his moral culpability. You see what I'm saying? You see, that's the distinction. You can inherit conditions without inheriting condemnation. In Islam, in the Surah Al-An'am 6 verses 164 teaches, no bearer of burdens will bear the burden of another. Charlotte, people are saying hi to you over here. You want to see? Hi. No bearer of burdens would bear the burden of another. You see? Think about this psychologically. Your mother's unresolved shame is not your moral burden. Your father's unprocessed rage is not your moral burden. Your grandfather's silence ain't your moral burden. Your family's inability to understand you is not evidence that you have betrayed God. You can honor ancestry without becoming its prisoner. You can love people without reproducing them. Am I talking to you? You can understand someone's wound without volunteering to become the place where they discharge it. You can understand someone's wound without becoming the person that they discharge it with. You can understand someone's wound without volunteering to become the place where they discharge it. Compassion does not require captivity. And then we go into Hermetic principles, because you know I have to go there. Thousands of years of Western esoteric thought circle around a principle eventually summarized as above, so below. As above, so below. This is from the Emerald Tablets or the Kybalion. And the whole Hermetic truth is correspondence, meaning that patterns appearing at one level may echo patterns appearing at another. I'm getting into the woo-woo science of this. Now consider your family. The macrocosm is the family system. The microcosm is you. So if domination exists in the macrocosm, it can appear inside your inner dialogue. If shame structures the household, shame will structure the psyche. If love is conditional outside, you may begin conditionally loving yourself. Yes, Hermes Trismegistus, Ani, Thought, Tehuti. If love is conditional outside, you may begin conditionally loving yourself inside. As without, so within. This is where Hermeticism becomes psychologically illuminating. And the point is this: the abuser does not have to remain physically present after the abuse ends, which is why it gets passed on up to 400 years. The external oppressor can become an internal voice. Narcissism exposure. So you begin to police yourself. You begin to doubt yourself. You begin to gaslight yourself. You begin to silence yourself. This is why physical escape is one stage. The deeper work is removing the architecture of domination from consciousness itself. That is no resonance. Someone say no resonance. Someone say no resonance with narcissism in the comments. If I'm reaching you, someone write no resonance with narcissism. If this is reaching you. Someone say no resonance. Where are you, Moni? Now let's enter what people call the first spell. Twisson, Dreamy, Brittany, Evan, Angela on assignment, Sarah Jane. I want to be precise. Isabel, there is historical evidence for magical systems and ritual technologies. And that is evidence that humans develop and use magical technologies. So what I'm saying to you is magic contains a psychological truth that should not be underestimated. What you repeatedly attend to, symbolize, rehearse, embody, and emotionally reinforce acquires power within consciousness. Let me say 2 more times, magic. What you repeatedly attend to, symbolize, rehearse, embody, and emotionally reinforce acquires power within your consciousness. I'm going to say 1 more time, James Baldwin. You see the great James Baldwin here? Society 12. James Baldwin. What you repeatedly attend to, symbolize, rehearse, embody, and emotionally reinforce acquires power within your consciousness. Let love love you. So perhaps the first spell cast over you was repetition. You're like your father. You're like your mother. You're too selfish. You'll never make it. Or like my father said, you will fail. Liar, 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 pants on fire. Who's the failure now? Shit. You owe me after everything I've done for you. No one will ever love you like I do. Repeated enough times, that language becomes architecture. Somebody tell me I'm talking to you. So a sentence becomes a belief. That's the spell. Then the belief becomes an expectation, Black Goat Creole. Then an expectation changes perception. You see the magic? And then this perception alters your behavior. And the behavior creates consequences. And then consequences appear to prove what? The original belief. This is the magic. You are doing it yourself. And when you see this, the spell closes upon itself. Am I just talking to myself? Shiloh, am I talking to myself? No. Am I talking to you, Shiloh? Let me see your face, Shiloh. Am I talking to you? So let me say this about the neuroscience as I come down the pike here. You are not just erasing the past, Brigitte. Fear learning is not simply erased because we intellectually understand that something is safe. Because research on extension suggests that new safety learning often competes with older fear learning. That's why your affirmations need to be repeated over and over and over until it becomes part of your internal architecture. That helps explain why old responses can return under stress or in familiar environments. So the point is, awakening is I repeatedly embody another response until another pathway becomes available. This is why, guess what? Healing requires practice. For example, you tell the truth once, then again, and again, and again until you become truthful. You hold the boundary once, then you hold the boundary again, and again, and again until it just becomes part of your nervous system. You choose a healthy person once, then you choose them again and again until you're surrounded by healthy people. You survive someone's disappointment without abandoning yourself again and again and again. And then your nervous system learns, I am safe, I am alive. This is not merely positive thinking. This is new learning. And if I can help you with this, book a free session with me at innermileage.com or sign up for my upcoming Escaping Narcissistic Abuse Masterclass. Sign up today. The class is from November 13th until the 15th. Really powerful. So your ancestors may have had to suppress their emotions to survive. You may now have to feel. Your ancestors may have needed to be obedient. You may now need differentiation. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Your ancestors may have survived by remaining inside the tribe, but you may need to survive the tribe's rejection. Who wants that approval anyway? Your ancestors may have needed to be hypervigilant. You may need to teach your nervous system peace. Am I talking to you? Your ancestors may have needed silence. You need your voice. And do not despise the adaptations that kept your ancestors alive. But do not worship these adaptations either, Isabel, Shamani. An ancestral survival strategy is not automatically a sacred commandment. Now let me tell you what it means to do ancestor work. And this is what we do here at Inner Mileage, whether we call it that or not. People here healing the bloodline and imagine that they're literally traveling backwards through time to change their ancestors. No. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice here. There's another interpretation of ancestral work. Flower child, you cannot change what happened to them, but you can change what their history becomes through you. Suppose abuse is run through your generation for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 generations and it reaches you. You become conscious of it and you refuse to reproduce it. So your children receive something different. You see, your children receive something different. What it is, Charito? Why are you quiet today? Because of your game? Huh? This is what happens. Oh. This is what happens. Your children receive something different. Your children receive something different. The dead have not changed. History has not changed. But the trajectory of history has changed, right, Shiloh? Are you going to take over the world and do great things? Yes, I am. Do you know there's no one like you? Do you know I always believe in you and I know you? Do you understand that? This is the change in the narrative. You understand? And do you know you can always tell me the truth? I can't hear you, honey. Pause.
I can't pause this.
Okay, just put it down for a second. Thank you. Do you know you can always tell me the truth? Huh?
Yes.
Yes. It's so true. It's become boring, yeah?
Why do you have 2 laptops?
Because this is TikTok, this is YouTube, this is Instagram. Does that make sense? This is what it is. You change the bloodline. You change the future by changing the present. What? What is it? Which one? She's focused. Oh, the heart sign? Which one? Oh, the heart. You like that? That's Brittany. You want to do hearts for Brittany? Oh, epigenetics. You see? So spiritually, one might say what remained unconscious in the lineage has finally become unconscious. It ends with Shiloh. It ends with me, so it's not passed on to Shiloh. You understand? So if I do something silly and you don't like it, what do you say to Dad? What can you say to me?
No.
You're not talkative today. You can say, Dad, what are you doing? You know you can say that to me? Okay, play your game. Play your game, eh? Thank you so much, eh? This is the whole game. Yay! You see, psychologically, we can speak of differentiation. Buddhism speaks of causes and conditions. Different cosmologies, you're right, you want says space. You want the space, right, honey bun? Thank you. What has been
Can I show you guys a trick?
You want to show a trick? Okay, show the trick real quick. What's the trick? Go ahead, you can show the trick.
No, I was doing it.
Oh, come on. Show the trick with your eyebrows. Can I do it with you?
Sure.
You're cute. This is what it is. She's not trying to co-host. That's all good. So the question is, why now? Why is everything happening now? Why does it feel like everything's happening now? Because humanity is entering an environment unlike anything our nervous system evolved to manage. Somebody tell me I'm talking to you. Humanity is entering an environment, some call it the second axial age. This is Carl Jasper's work. It's not hearsay. I'm giving you the intellectual framework. We are in what Carl Jaspers calls a second axial age. As I play with my daughter's cheese squishy. This is what is happening. We are living inside accelerating technological change. We are. Artificial intelligence, information saturation, digital swap, climate instability, political changes, economic transformation, cultural fragmentation. Come on. Continuous digital stimulation. Old institutions are losing authority while new forms have not yet stabilized. Am I talking to you? Oh, Lisa, you're so kind. We're in this together, Lisa. Because the strategy that worked yesterday may become maladaptive tomorrow. So the deeper spiritual challenge of this era, Lisa, is not about predicting the future. It's about developing enough consciousness that the past does not automatically become the future. That's the great initiation. That's the whole kit and caboodle. So in closing, you're not broken. You have been called the black sheep. You've been called the black sheep, the difficult one. And I'm so glad you feel safe and comfortable here. That's all this is about. Sometimes I yell and scream and I'm very curt with trolls, but this is all about love, family. This is all about love. You were called the difficult one. You were called the rebel. You were called the one who walked away. the one who questioned everything, the one who refused to pretend. Perhaps you need a different metaphor. You're not the broken link. You are the place where the chain becomes conscious of itself. You are not destroying the family by refusing dysfunction. You are discovering where family ends and conditioning begins. You are not betraying your ancestors by becoming something different. Perhaps becoming different is the most profound way of honoring everything that your ancestors survived, Lisa. Because survival handed something to you, and consciousness asks, what will you hand forward? What will you hand forward? That's the magnum opus. Not just turning lead into physical gold, but turning unconscious inheritance into conscious choice. That's what the universe is all about. Jill Scott. This is turning rage into power. Turning grief into sovereignty. Turning trauma into wisdom without pretending trauma was necessary, because I know it was hard. Turning repetition into liberation. That is alchemy. That is karma transformed through intention. That's the real psychological differentiation. Yes, broken crayons still color beautifully. Oh, shaman unicorn seer, I am not for everyone and I don't want to be for everyone. I am who I am for who I am from. So whether, of course, it would be nice if 500 million people are listening to it, but if I just have one person listening to it and it changes something for them, I am doing my job to the mother. The mother takes care of I. But I appreciate it, shamanic unicorn. This is what it is. You see, not everybody wants to hear the truth. You understand? Even I didn't want to hear the truth when I was in my conditioning. So this is the resurrection. This is rebirth. This is lineage transformation. You were not necessarily born to perfect old patterns. You are here to become the place where it ends. Okay, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, boss. Yes, queen. Yes, Shalito. Yes, Deputy Shiloh. What can I call you? Queen? Empress? My beautiful? Oh, you like my beautiful. Oh, don't hide. This is the point. This is the point. What'd you say, honey?
You made.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. This is the past. The past ends so the future can just be.
Sorry, early morning hair.
Early morning hair like mine?
No, your hair is always the same hairstyle. So
but yours is just early morning hair? Okay, well, we'll work on that, yeah? This is what it is, family. So, Shiloh, what do you have to say about becoming kind and teaching your children how to be kind? What do you have to say to the world?
I'm not sure.
Okay, not today. That's all right.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not
That's
today.
all right. Not today, right? But you're my beautiful.
You see, oh, that's cool.
What? Oh, I see you do yoga. She saw you doing yoga.
What?
Yeah, Kemetic yoga. That's right. This is the message, family. You are in a bloodline of up to 14 generations of folks who have not been able to end this journey of healing that you are. Don't take it for granted. You see?
Okay.
Yes. Namo, 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 namo. You see? This is the whole point. This is the whole point. You see, if I didn't end that journey for myself, then Shiloh and her brothers could not be here. Your brother Gabriel and Benjamin couldn't be here. This is what it's about. This is how the golden child shows up. The indigo child. And what a privilege to be chosen by you.
Thank you.
Do you know I'm so glad you chose me?
Thank
Do you know why I'm so happy?
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Okay. Do you have anything you want to say before we go? Just thank you. Why is it important to always say thank you? Why is it important to always say thank you?
polite.
But what's the deeper reason behind saying thank you in your view?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. You're in the mood today. You are in the mood today, baby. You are allowed to be.
Wait, Dad,
Yes?
Dad.
Yes?
Can we play some?
You want Michael Jackson? Okay. Which song? We'll close with Michael Jackson.
Let's see.
I know you gave me that stink eye. I saw that. Which song? Smooth Criminal? That's your favorite. This is what it is. Yeah, she's indigo. Totally. No, just tell me and I'll do it for you. We don't have a lot of time, so just tell me and I'll put it in for you. Tell me which song. Huh? Just tell me and I'll put it up for you. Which song? Rock With You? No?
Wait.
Okay, you got it. So this is the whole point, you see. And as we're wrapping up here, I just want to send you lots of good energy wherever you are. And we're going to end with this song from Shiloh. This is one of Shiloh's favorite songs. Become the thriller in your life. Realizing that there's no one like you. You see? Become the thriller in your life. Become the thriller in your life. You understand me? And those narcissists will be thrilled. They will be thrilled to realize we could not overcome her. We could not overcome him. We could not. That's the ultimate victory. That's the ultimate victory. Woo! Woo!
I'm learning to do the moonwalk.
Show me. Come on. Get right in. Backwards. This is what it's about. Remember, your life is a thriller. Your life is a thriller. Don't let these narcissists steal it. Hey. Get up. Okay.
I got it. Now I got the chair.
Yes, you can sit. That's the queen. Thank you so much. There's no one like you. There's no one like you. Get up. Get up.
Oh.
Woo!
Winkley. We might do a live with you. He said, I wish you lived closer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nearby.
What's your message? Give a message.
We might do a live with you.
Yeah? What's your final message before we end?
Goodbye.
One love. Let me end it.
No, let me end it.
Okay, let's say thank you to everybody. Let's say thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My wings.
Be happy. There's no one like you. You have survived 14 generations. 14 generations to get here. 14 generations. 14 generations.
Beat it. No, do beat it. Beat it.
You want to do beat it? Okay.
One
So
more
tell the
song,
narcissist to beat it. Okay, this is for the narcissists, right? Tell them to beat it. Come on. And so all the bullies, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Bye, beautiful people.
One love, one love. One love. One love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lindsay B. We are just about to end. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
But I'll wave to you to make you
One love, one love, one love. See you on Monday, yes?
14 generations.
Yes, and don't forget to sign up for Escape the Narcissistic Abuse course. All the narcissists, beat it.
Oh, right, I forgot to tell you guys.
One more thing we have to do, okay?
Turn off the music. Turn off the music. It's too loud.
You know what? Yeah, you can. Okay, Charlotte wants to send a message before we go. What's your message?
So, I got this tooth pulled out by the dentist, and that tells you guys, I'm trying to tell you guys that I was afraid, and if you're ever afraid to do something, don't be, because you might still have to do it.
So how do you deal with being afraid? That's a wonderful message. That's beautiful. Thank you all so much. See you again on Monday, yeah? One love, one love, one love. End this one right here. Hit that, end that.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye all.
Okay, how do I? Oh,
Hit that, hit end. Right there.
I got this.
Right here, right
I
here.
got this.
Yes. No, not like that. Slowly. End. One click. There you go. And then